to my, no, now you're below me, is Christine Erna. She is the president and founder of Strategic Postal Advisors. How do I not know that? Christine leverages her extensive knowledge and experience in the postal space to help clients, which would be printers, I'm assuming, analyze and improve their end-to-end mailing processes. She is also my go-to when it comes to the post office and postal promotions and things of that nature. We have been presenting throughout the pandemic many times. We've also been presented with the post office and have had them involved as well. So we'll get to a little more about Christine in a moment. To Christine's right, I believe, if I'm going the right way, might be your left, sorry, the chick with the blonde hair. That is Erica Switzer, and she is the Vice President of Direct Mail 2.0. And I cannot express enough that this is something you need to look into, whether it is Direct Mail's 2.0's product or not. Enhancing the direct mail experience is an opportunity that you are missing out of if you're not doing it, especially now, especially with all the promotions that Christine's going to describe in a minute. So for right now, Christine, you're gonna kick it off, I believe. So I'm gonna turn off my mic and my camera while you ladies present, and you can both be on screen at the same time. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Deb. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Great. And I do want to let everyone know, I believe Erica just got a huge promotion to Chief Revenue Officer at Direct Mail 2.0. So congratulations to you, Erica.
Congratulations, Erica. Sorry, I didn't know.
Thank you, Christine.
You're welcome. Can everyone see my slide okay? Great. Thank you so much. And welcome everyone to Elevate Print. Pleased to be here with Erica to present this information on direct mail programs and the postal promotions that are offered from the Postal Service. Both Erica and I have partnered and presented information several times over the summer, and I'm just thrilled to be able to be here today with her again. Things that Direct Mail 2.0 are doing are pretty phenomenal. But for myself and Strategic Postal Advisors, like Deb said, I do work with the printing industry, the mailing industry, as well as the end owners of the mail to support them in anything associated with mail or postal. Maybe it's workflow optimization. Maybe it's just being able to identify the steps in your postage reconciliation process. Certainly supporting customers with the mailing promotions, as well as a lot of training and education. And that's what I'm doing here today. And it's actually one of the favoriteest part of my jobs. I love to share the knowledge that I have. So without further ado, we're going to go on. And what we're going to talk about today are the U.S. Postal Service promotions for this year. Excuse me, there are 6 of them, but 3 of them have already passed, giving it's already the end of August. But the 3 that are left are phenomenal ones that we hope everybody can learn today about the promotions, how easy they are to get involved in, and from my perspective, saving postage. Each one of these programs offers upfront postage savings. And that's what we're all about. Everyone's budgets are hurting, and you want to mail smarter. And this is one way that you can do that. And we're also going to touch on a program that is not new, but every door direct mail and a special promotion that's going on right now. And I know that Erica will speak a little bit more about that as well. And that was me. We already talked enough about me. So here is the calendar for the postal promotions that the Postal Service offers. I think this is year 5 or so with them offering these promotions. There are 6 of them this year, as there have been in the past. There were no promotions in 2018. So that kind of skewed some of the data for some of the promotions as far as earned value and your accrued volume of earned value. And we're not going to talk about that, but that is an extraordinary program if you have reply mail, and that will be coming up for next year. And I strongly encourage you to look into that as well as the others. But for the remainder of this year, it is the personalized and pre-printed color Transpromo, the informed delivery promotion, as well as the mobile shopping promotion. So now we're going to talk about the color Transpromo. Transpromo and the verbiage trans-promotional has been around the industry for quite some time. I'm going to venture 15 or 20 years. But it really did not take off back when it was kind of introduced and launched. And it's unfortunate because there's opportunity for customers to use their first-class transactional mail in putting marketing and promotional information on the white spaces of those physically printed transactional documents. It could be a utility bill. It could be a healthcare invoice or statement. It could be a financial statement. And anything that those particular companies choose to want to market to their customers, they can add a promotional message in color, and that is the point of color, with a call to action to their recipients of that transactional piece. And the next slide talks about the details of this promotion. So the registration period actually started in May, and it goes through December 31st. And the promotion kicked off on July 1st, so we're close to 2 months into it, but it continues through December 31st. And you get a 2% discount up front on the eligible, I wish I could say that today, eligible mail pieces within your mailing. So the eligible class of mail is first-class commercial letters that are part of a full-service intelligent mail mailing. This link has all the information about all the promotions as well as detailed information and the user's guide. But if anyone needs any support for these, please don't hesitate to reach out. So with the personalized color Transpromo mail piece requirements for all participants, the requirements for prior participants. So this is important. If you have previously participated in the color Transpromo promotion, you have a specific set of requirements that you have to follow versus if you've never participated, those are the requirements for the promotion that you need to be aware of. Now we're going to talk about the informed delivery promotion. And Eric is smiling over there because I think this is probably one of her favorite promotions. She is...
Yes, Christine.
This is just an extraordinary service, both inbound and outbound from the Postal Service. And we'll talk about what informed delivery promotion is all about. So before I dive in, for those of you that might not know what informed delivery is, it allows you to subscribe with the Postal Service and receive an email message with a grayscale image of what mail pieces are going to be in your mailbox that day. It's a pretty phenomenal service. I signed up years ago. And as much traveling as I do, I love the use of that to see what's in the mailbox. Now, people that are sending mail to those recipients can participate in an informed delivery marketing campaign, which allows you to replace that grayscale image with a color image or representative image with a call to action for that customer. And that color image is going to have a link. And that link is going to take them to a website with that call to action and for you to engage with that customer. The promotion offered, registration started July 15th and goes through November 30th. The promotion period starts off next week. September 1st, I cannot believe it's going to be September 1st next Tuesday, but runs through the end of November. And this is the same discount that you get, a 2% discount on your postage up front when you prepare and present that informed delivery mailing campaign. And the wonderful feature about the informed delivery marketing portal from the Postal Service and the use of that is currently there is no charge to use that. And it has the capability of tracking that campaign and giving you some amazing statistics and results that I can't wait to hear Erica talk all about, and that will be her portion. So eligible mail for the informed delivery is first-class automation letters, postcards, and flats, marketing mail, letters and flats, and nonprofit marketing mail, automation letters and flats. Important to know the ineligible mail for this informed delivery, non-automation letters, saturated mailings, density, delivery unit or DDU flats, carrier route, every door direct mail, detached address labels, business to business or business to an institution are not eligible, nor are package campaigns eligible at the moment. So keep those in mind. Business mailers can integrate that color. And you can see the image on the phone there that shows that color example that you change out in the promotion. Now we're going to talk about the mobile shopping promotion. I know Deb mentioned this earlier. This is going to be an amazing one. And in listening to Deb's opening presentation this morning and sharing the amazing ideas she did for printers to think differently about helping their customers at this time. And mobile shopping promotion, or the other two that I mentioned, could be great ways for customers to do that. And I know that she mentioned the restaurants, and Erica knows more than anybody. She owns a small business restaurant that they're hurting and they need our help. And if there's an opportunity that you can set up a mobile shopping campaign for a restaurant and order your meals and get those delivered, those particular all mail pieces for the mobile shopping campaign do have to go through a review and approval process. So keep that in mind. So again, August 1st through December 31st is actually the promotional period. So this is active right now. Registration period started in July and it goes through the end of the year. And I do apologize. I do see a typo I didn't see on this slide previously. The registration period actually is through 2020, not 2010. I didn't notice that. So again, this promotion gets you 2% savings on your postage up front. And again, eligible mail is marketing mail, letters and flats, as well as nonprofit mail, letters and flats, as well as this link again takes you to the Postal Service's Postal Pro website that gives you information on all of the promotions coming up. And this is the pre-approval process outlined for the mobile shopping promotion. You must provide a mechanical drawing or an art file that's print ready to the Postal Service as part of the approval process. Qualifying mobile print technology, adding a shoppable video, barcode sizing for multiple barcodes. Again, you need to make sure that when you're creating one of these mobile shopping campaigns, that you're following the details and the requirements to make sure that you're following those and that you're meeting the eligibility and can first save the money of postage on your outbound mailing, but more importantly, getting people to respond to your offers and just creating that revenue for yourselves. So the direct mail program that I wanted to talk about is Every Door Direct Mail, and this has been around for a number of years. And it is a great service targeting geographical locations. And the goal of Every Door Direct Mail is that there's no mailing list. You are not addressing the mail piece with a name and address. It is merely addressed to postal customer friendly neighbor, just, resident. You don't have to put the physical name and address, and that saves a lot of money for address cleansing and such. But this is targeted to small businesses that need to reach a geographical location around their business. So let's talk about the restaurants that we were just talking about. Everyone might need menus and letting people know that they're open. So with Every Door Direct Mail, there is an online portal available from the Postal Service to facilitate an Every Door Direct Mail campaign. And you enter in the address of the business that you're working with, and you decide what the radius around that business that you want to mail to is. Could be a half a mile, it could be a mile, could be 2 miles based upon the density of where you're mailing. And what that's going to do is identify the carrier routes within that geographical radius and tell you how many deliveries per carrier route that you would need to print and deliver to. Now, if you look in the second column and the third bullet point down, only 19.1 cents postage for this Every Door Direct Mail. That's a pretty phenomenally low price. And as Deb talked about this morning, for printers going to their customers and offering help, coming up with that canned package for Every Door Direct Mail program may be a great way for you to help the community as well as helping your own printing business. This is just an extraordinary program. But as I mentioned in the beginning, there is a special program going on right now for Every Door Direct Mail. And the Postal Service is offering a 10% savings on your outbound mailing for every mailing you do for Every Door Direct Mail. And that goes through the end of September. So that's a great opportunity. Is that correct, Erica? And it starts September 1st?
Yes, that's correct. Yes, that's correct. And just so everybody knows, 10% off is on retail EDDM. So you can mail a maximum of 5,000 per day, and it is the highest discount that the post office has ever offered. So this is really going to help your clients get the word out through direct mail. EDDM in the industry, you know, we like to look at it as an introduction to direct mail because it's not targeted, but it's a way to get your clients who aren't mailing or aren't used to utilizing direct mail as a marketing channel into mailing at a low cost. And especially with that 10% off, they can, you know, offset that cost tremendously.
Absolutely.
Christine, I just want to remind you, you have to mute your microphone if you're not talking.
Thank you. So with that, I just want to share with everything, and I think I'm almost set and ready to pass off to Erica, but this Every Door Direct Mail promotion that's going on right now, I would just like to elevate Erica Switzer's championing this particular cause to the Postal Service for the industry, that she was able to get this promotion approved, and kudos and hats off to you, Erica.
Thank you so much. It was a group effort. It wasn't just all me. But thank you very much for that acknowledgement, Christine. I appreciate it.
So again, this is a 10% discount. It started August 1st. And it goes through September 30th. And again, there is information available on the Postal Service's website. And that's the end of my portion here of the promotions and direct mail programs for Elevate Print. And I now want to turn it over to my esteemed colleague, Erica.
Thank you so much. And we are going to switch over here with presentations. And here we go. Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us today. And thank you, Christine, for going through all of those postal promotions. What I'm going to talk to you about...
Erica?
Yes.
I'm sorry, if you could just move the mic a little away from your face.
Oh, am I doing the thing because I'm so
you're
loud?
a little too loud, yeah.
Okay. Is that better, Deb?
Yes, probably a little further and then we're good.
I can't go down any further. How about I just speak softer?
That's actually perfect.
Okay, fantastic. So this is just my intro slide. I am now the Chief Revenue Officer of Direct Mail 2.0, and I've been in the industry for over 16 years, and that's really enough about me. So let's get into why we're here and talking about direct mail as a marketing channel that your clients should be taking advantage of, especially during this time as they reopen and we're coming out of, or we're still kind of in, but coming out of the COVID pandemic. According to market research, direct mail has a response rate that outperforms all digital marketing. So when it comes to prospect lists and mailing to lists that you're going to purchase for your clients or that your clients have purchased from mail list vendors, the average response rate is about 5%. And then when it comes to direct mail to house lists, the average response rate is about 9%. And when we look at some of the digital marketing channels out there, and again, this is direct mail as a standalone marketing channel versus digital as standalone marketing channels, so not integrated marketing. Email is at about a 1% for both house lists and email lists, with about a 0.1% click-through rate. Paid search, which is PPC, SEO, paid directories, things of that nature, is about 1%. Social media platforms, again, about 1%, and display ads about 0.3%. So when you're looking at, you know, consulting your clients on what they should be doing, direct mail should be a part of that conversation. Now, why doesn't direct mail get correct attribution, and why do our clients have challenges when it comes to proving their return on investment? MIT did a study on this, and it rendered that 90% of people who are interested in any sort of product or service are going to the website first before calling or visiting a brick and mortar location. So if that is something that your clients are looking to do, get people to call, get people to visit a brick and mortar location, as opposed to going to the website, they're still going to go to the website first. Website is now the face of our business. It's 2020, nearing the end of 2020, and that's just general consumer behavior. Now, when we take that fact and that MIT study and we couple it with Google Analytics statistics, 96% or more of unique website visitors are going to leave without taking any sort of an action. So what's happening when it comes to direct mail? You send out the direct mail, it creates an influx of unique visitors to your client's website, but then a vast majority of those people leave without taking any sort of an action. So does that mean that the direct mail didn't work? No, it just means that more effort is needed to re-engage those people, and more tracking mechanisms are needed in order to prove the attribution of the direct mail. So omni-channel marketing approach is something that you definitely want to look at, and with the postal promotion of informed delivery coming up in the next week, this is a huge opportunity. If your clients aren't offering or aren't integrating their marketing with digital, it's a huge opportunity to get in there and have them integrate a digital touch through informed delivery with their direct mail. And you just want to keep in mind that the omni-channel marketing approach with direct mail is the most effective, which means you want to duplicate the same message to the same audience through multiple channels, okay? You don't want it to say something different on the informed delivery than it does on the direct mail. You want to create that cyclical message across multiple channels to the same audience for maximum effect. And if this is not something that you're offering to your clients at this point, you definitely want to start, even if you do it in-house or if you outsource to a company like Direct Mail 2.0, or there are several other companies out there that offer the fulfillment on informed delivery on behalf of your clients. So it is something that you should be doing, and 2% off postage will offset whatever other costs that your clients are kind of battling with when it comes to utilizing direct mail, because everybody's, you know, clutching their purses and cutting budgets a bit. So I want to talk about consumer behavior and how it relates to these postage promotions, and specifically integrating with direct mail. The average person sees 2,900 marketing messages a day. I know that's quite shocking, but that is the fact. Between digital ads, billboards, television commercials, print media, across all spectrums, even right down to logos on shirts and clothing. People are being inundated or stimulated by marketing messages at every point in time. So how do you ensure that your clients really stand out and their messages aren't only being seen, but they're being retained and acted upon? That's what we want to do in this industry. It's our job to create the reach, right? To create a reach from either existing customers or new prospects and the opportunity for new business. So we need to keep consumer behavior in mind when we're strategizing. Even if you're just a fulfillment house, you need to keep these strategies in mind and discuss them with your clients. So what COVID has brought, and I'm actually quite excited about this, is a new normal that is actually giving our industry a chance for new opportunity and change. So when it comes to informed delivery and mobile shopping, I want to talk about taking a one-click approach when answering or responding to direct mail. This is what COVID has presented to us, and mainly QR codes. QR codes were a thing. They were released on print media in 2010, but in my opinion, they were released way before their time, right? You had to actually download an app in order to scan a QR code when they were first released. And that was a little tedious for the consumer, and a lot of consumers didn't know what a QR code was or how it worked. So when printers started offering this service to integrate QR codes into the direct mail piece, a lot of the consumers just didn't know what to do with it, or they didn't want to download the app because there wasn't enough storage space on their phone and they already had so many apps on their phones. There were a lot of things that occurred there. But now QR code scanners are actually built into the camera on the phone, so you don't have to download an app. But that wasn't widely known until COVID, and more importantly, when businesses started reopening from COVID. The statistics showed as of last year that only 18% of people that respond via a QR code. Okay, that's a very small percentage of the responses that your clients are getting. So if you're solely relying on QR codes to track the response and attribution of the direct mail, that was a little bit disappointing, right? But now when we go out to restaurants and we go out to different businesses, they're not wanting to give us paper because of the germs and the CDC guidelines and what have you. So now restaurants are utilizing QR codes to scan so you can pull up a virtual menu and then order directly from your phone. This is creating an opportunity for businesses to start utilizing QR codes in abundance on their direct mail, because now consumers know what to do with QR codes, and more consumers are responding through the QR codes. As a matter of fact, the most recent study shows that 56% of responders visited senders' websites or stores afterwards via a QR code. That's a huge jump from 18%. So that's very exciting, and we do anticipate that to continue to go up. So having a QR code on the direct mail piece is actually becoming quite essential to get people to respond right away without typing out a URL or without having to go to a website, you know, via sitting in front of their computer or opening up their phone and typing. If they can just scan something, it's easy and they're more likely to respond, and it's going to direct people to the page that continues the communication, which is also very important for conversion rates, right? We often, when people receive a direct mail piece and do navigate to the website, they go up to their browser, type in the name of the company and click enter, or they say, hey Siri, take me to abccompany.com, right? They don't necessarily type out abccompany.com/offer. That's just not how consumers respond. So being able to scan something and respond with basically a single click is making it very convenient for the consumers and also very exciting for the businesses that are utilizing direct mail.
Erica, I just want to jump in with a comment that to support this. I recently did a print chat about people being at home and QR codes, and I quoted a stat from, I think it was a company called Moby or something like that. And they said that even though people are at home and have access to their desktop computers, 73% of all online purchases from the home are made on mobile devices. So this is just yet another reason why it doesn't matter that I'm home. I'm not going to get up, go to my computer and type in a URL. So very interesting. Thank you.
And that's a great stat too, Deborah. So thank you for chiming in. I mean, it's all, I bet you all could, within an arm's reach, grab your phone, right? Even though we're all in front of our computers, our phones are almost an extension of our appendages, you know, at this point, that we can't live without them. And if we forget them somewhere, we almost feel naked, right? It's our gateway into communication and information. So I do agree with that. Even though people are home, it's the convenience of being able to just scan something and go directly to where you need to go. So what are some successful actions that you can share with your clients when it comes to utilizing QR codes? Because believe it or not, QR codes can be used incorrectly. I don't know if you've seen it or not, if most of you are home or traveling out to the office, but QR codes are starting to be placed on billboards, which is a little bit silly unless you're in bumper to bumper traffic and you can, you know, stop and kind of scan, but it's just a little bit silly to have a QR code on a billboard. So make sure that you're making it convenient and noticeable to scan. Another thing is, and if you look at the requirements of the mobile shopping promotion, they say that the text or the font that you need to use in order to tell people to scan for X call to action needs to be 11 point or larger. So you want to pretend like you're talking to kindergartners. You want to actually tell them what you want them to do. Even though QR codes are becoming more and more recognized and widely used, you still need to tell the consumer what you want them to do. Scan this code for X offer, right? And make it very convenient and very noticeable. You don't want to put this teeny tiny QR code on there and expect it to jump out at them. Just place it front and center right with your CTA or your call to action. This is another thing that is extremely important, and I know we live in the print world, but we do have to think about where is this taking people? Where is this taking prospects or customers? Optimize the destination page for mobile, because 100% of the time people are scanning it with their mobile phone, right? So if the website or that particular web page is not optimized for mobile, you're sending them to a place that's not going to be very user friendly, and therefore people are just going to get frustrated and leave without converting. So you need to make sure that you're having these discussions with your client. And of course, write a compelling call to action. Again, not everyone is sure what to do when they see a QR code, but if you motivate people with a call to action and continue that communication, takes them to a point where they can start shopping online, but give them an opportunity to download some sort of a coupon or percentage off or what have you, so that you can entice them to make the action or take the action now. And I found this statistic very incredible and exciting, especially for our industry. According to Juniper Research, QR coupons redeemed by mobile device will reach 5.3 billion by 2022. And that's just absolutely incredible. Again, QR codes a little bit died on the vine when they were first released. And then now we're seeing a resurgence of QR codes. And this is a very intricate part of mobile shopping. And let's face it, I'm sure Deb mentioned this before, but Black Friday is not going to be done in person this year. It's just not. So we need to utilize direct mail as the marketing channel to drive mobile shopping and online shopping, and to get a 2% discount again on something like that is just a huge incentive to get your clients mailing and mailing now. Another thing that I will mention, and just heightened awareness on this, guys, because we're front and center here at Direct Mail 2.0 with the approval lines at the post office. They are taking 4 business days to pre-approve campaigns, and you do need to get campaigns pre-approved because your postage discount is taken up front. So register now, even if you don't have a project in the works, register through your gateway as soon as possible so that when you do have a project, you don't have to go through that process. And then get your clients to act early. I was listening in on the previous conversation with Inkish, and they were talking about even if you're only 80% there, don't overthink it. Just act on it. Just go with it. Sometimes we overthink what are we going to do or what's the perfect way to do this. And honestly, you just have to pull the trigger, and you have to pull the trigger fast. Another thing that you have to keep in mind is it is an election year, so there is more mail going out around the time where people are gearing up to shop for the holidays. So plan ahead, where you would be talking to your clients about a fall promotion maybe in the next 2 weeks. Call them today, call them tomorrow. Make sure that you're starting those planning stages early. So now I want to talk about informed delivery and how to respond to mail with a click-through informed delivery. So again, instant access, taking that offline marketing piece and bringing people online where they're going to go anyway, but doing it with ease and convenience. So informed delivery, the current situation is actually registered users, they're almost to 29 million, and that's pretty incredible. And ironically enough, during COVID, weekly user registrations have gone up exponentially. So you can see pre-COVID weekly registrations were about 200, and now they're up over 350,000 per week. So informed delivery is gaining even more traction during COVID time. And the average open rate per the United States Post Office is 67.9%. And comparatively speaking, with just general email, that is sky high as far as an open rate goes. When we talk about household saturation, we're talking about 16.1% of the United States is signed up with informed delivery as far as number of households. So you can get that extra digital impression along with the direct mail piece with the opportunity for people to respond via a click. And just to go over one thing, and I know Christine and I have presented on this several times, but I really just want to hammer this point home, whether you're outsourcing informed delivery or doing it yourself. Informed delivery beta phase started in 2014. Okay, it was released out of its beta phase in the beginning of 2016. People who are signed up with informed delivery, what they normally expect is a grayscale image of their mail pieces that are coming to their mailbox. That's what they expect. That's what they open and they're looking for. When you are incorporating informed delivery into your client's campaign, you have two options: ride-along only image, which the post office calls the basic option, and representative image plus ride-along. I highly, highly encourage everyone to go with the ride-along only image when applicable. The only time that is not applicable is if your client is mailing a flat mail piece, because those don't go through the scanners and there's no picture taken of that flat mail piece, okay? But the click-through rates are exponentially higher on a campaign where you just use a ride-along image and keep that grayscale image of that mail piece, because when you do an interactive informed delivery campaign, your interactive campaign goes to the top of the email or the alert in the app, no matter where the piece of mail is in the stack of mail that's being delivered to that consumer or that recipient. As you can see with the representative image plus the ride-along, it looks like an ad. It does not look like a direct mail piece. So people are going to look, what am I getting in the mail today? And when it looks like an ad, people are going to tend to just scroll right past it and not necessarily act on it. So the ones with the most engagement are the grayscale image with the full color ride-along. And how do I know this and why do I know this? Because Direct Mail 2.0 is the #1 purveyor of informed delivery campaigns nationwide. Just for a minute, my own horn, but we're very excited about this product and we track consistently. So when you're doing a ride-along image only, you're getting an average of a 7 to 8% click-through rate. When you're doing a representative image plus the ride-along image, you're getting an average of a 4% click-through rate. The post office gives a span of 4% to 11% click-through rate average. Okay, I can tell you that during COVID, when you would think that people were responding less and less to direct mail through informed delivery, people were actually responding more. Take a look at these stats from February 1st to May 15th. The average click-through rate went up exponentially to 10.59%. So people are engaging, they are clicking through on these informed delivery campaigns, and that's pretty incredible and trackable. When we look at email marketing versus informed delivery, you take your standard email campaign, your average open rate hovers between 15 and 22%, and your average click-through rate is 0.1%. So just looking at that, even though not everybody on your mailing list is going to be signed up with informed delivery, it's actually going to be around 16 to 20%, depending on where you're mailing in the country. Those people that are signed up are acting exponentially more than just a general email campaign. And those added impressions is just going to increase your overall response rate. Tracking and reporting is super important when it comes to direct mail. So make sure that you are offering your clients a way to track and see the reports for informed delivery, for the QR codes, for whatever it is that you're doing with them for mail. Giving them full transparency on any aspect is super important. So speaking of tracking and return on investment, I did just want to introduce one more thing that is going to help when you're utilizing direct mail, and may even be another revenue stream for you as a printer and getting clients who aren't mailing interested in direct mail marketing. And that is retargeted direct mail. This is something that is brand new, emerging on the market right now and seeing incredible results. And the reason why I want to bring this up is because we're talking about elevation, right? And innovation. And when customers don't know who they should be marketing to, you need to hit them with some options. Okay, and direct mail retargeting is a way to do that. So what's the definition of direct mail retargeting? Sending custom mail pieces to consumers or prospects who are engaging with an organization on a digital level. So people who come to your website or your client's website and leave, those anonymous visitors, you can retarget them through direct mail. So they come to you digitally, and then you can hit them with a form of offline marketing, which just puts direct mail and print right back on the map and right to the top of relevancy, especially during this whole COVID thing. So how does this work? A potential customer visits your website and browses. They leave without giving any sort of contact information. You can match those people with device ID technology and return a residential address to send them a targeted mail piece to. This is super important for even the B2B people, because a lot of people are still working from home right now. A residential address for that individual who is on the website right now, looking and interested right now. And then you can reach out to that person with a direct mail piece at their home, consumer or business person. And then the visitor will be enticed to return to the website and complete the purchase or sign up or learn more, whatever it is that you want them to do. So the technology that we refer to as lead match is available through several different organizations, but it's deeper than just reverse IP matching. So be really careful with reverse IP matching, because that's not as accurate as going down to the device ID level. So when you're researching this, whether you choose to utilize a company like Direct Mail 2.0 or another data source, you want to make sure that you're not just throwing around reverse IP matching. It goes down to the device ID. And you can do two things with these pieces of data. One, proving mail attribution. Who came to your website as a result of the direct mail campaign? That's number one, because you want to keep your clients mailing. And if 96% of those people are leaving without taking an action, you still want to prove that the direct mail is driving that interest, and they need to continue to market to those people to push them over to a buying decision. And then generating the most perfect mailing list to mail to, especially today. Who is more qualified to receive a marketing message from you than somebody who just came to your website? You can retarget them digitally, but now using direct mail as a retargeting tool increases your revenue stream because you're printing and mailing, but also is the most impactful way that you can hit those people that came to the website. So just showing examples of this prove that it's working. If you have full tracking capabilities across all aspects of the direct mail campaign, say you're utilizing call tracking, you can show your clients that, yeah, 5 people called from this campaign of 38,000 pieces that you sent out. But look, 945 people came to your website and they were located on the direct mail piece. We have matched them back to the direct mail list. So that's much more impressive than the 5 calls that you got. 5 calls is not going to get you that reorder from that client, but 945 people being driven to the website just may be enough to get them to put more mail in the mail stream. And then on the other side of it, when we take the total unique visitors that were able to be identified, you have 3,645 people that you can now send a direct mail piece to, because those are people that didn't receive the direct mail piece, but were just looking on the website. And just so you guys know, right now, direct mail retargeting is averaging a 9 to 18% response rate, which is just astronomical. Reminding you that 5% on prospect lists and 9% on house lists for just standalone direct mail retargeting 9% to 18% response rate. But it has to be done very quickly, and it has to be done with an enticing call to action. You were just on our website, hey, here's $50 off, you come back. You know what I mean? So you want to make sure that there's an enticing call to action, and utilize digital printing for personalization of the message. Okay. Hi, Erica. How would you like $50 off? You know, and then show the imagery of what they were looking at on the website so that it's familiar to them and it really stands out, just like we experienced with the retargeting ads on the Google Display Network or social media. Hey, I was just looking at that. Now it's following me in my news feed or online, right? So now what we want to do is we want to have that same kind of impact with direct mail. And just for the mobile shopping statistics and what this can do for you, retargeted direct mail delivered a 14% decrease in abandoned shopping carts and an 8% increase in average order size, which is extremely good. I mean, it's incredible. So if you utilize along with the mobile shopping plan, then you're really going to get your clients an incredible return on investment. So by combining these digital aspects, informed delivery, QR codes, direct mail retargeting, and others, in creating that omni-channel marketing approach, you can see a 23 to 46% lift on your overall effectiveness and results on your direct mail. And with that, I hope you guys really do take advantage of those promotions. I hope you have some great takeaways, and I think we can go to questions.
There actually aren't any questions.
Oh, wow.
You guys were very thorough. And we do need to end because the next webinar is about to begin.